Hey guys, I am super excited to be sharing this video this morning, more so than normal. I love to share video content, but today in particular, I am beyond excited because we have launched. I hope you love my artwork over here. A little low tech, but I just wanted to express myself artistically this morning. We have launched the Delegate to Accelerate Masterclass. This is something I've been working on for a while. I've been sharing lots of content about it. I hope you have been able to see some of those videos to see the power of delegation, what it is, why it's so important, and actionable steps that we have been talking about day after day to ensure that leaders, busy leaders, people like yourself who've got to clear their plates and clear their desks, get more of the right work done, empower their people, reduce workplace stress, increase engagement, increase empowerment, and at the end of the day, get home at a decent hour so that they could spend more quality time with family and with friends. That's what this launch, that's what this masterclass is all about. I'm so glad you're here. I just want to talk about it a little bit, share with you what are some of the things that we're going to be talking about in this masterclass and why it's an absolute cannot miss. So let's go through a few of those real quick if we can. And the first one is because we are going to offer actionable tips. It's not theory, it's not fluff, it's action, practical steps on how one delegates, because it is a process. And if you follow the process beginning to end and you check off all the right boxes and you make all the right calculations, you're going to be able to delegate effectively. What specifically are we referring to? For example, we have, I can't even read my own handwriting here, the many benefits of delegation, right? What are they? What are those many benefits? Why should we be doing it? We're going to make a compelling case. Again, the more we believe in it, the more things will get done. Another one, we're going to ask when and when not. When is the appropriate time to be delegating and when isn't? Another way of saying it is what? What should I be delegating? What kind of work? And what kind of work should I as the leader be holding on for myself? Very important question. It's almost like the foundational question. What kind of work constitutes delegation appropriate work? And what's the kind of work I really need to be doing for myself or by myself for reasons we will talk about? Here's another one, and that is to identify and empower. I'm going to struggle with this a little bit. I hope you'll bear with me, because it's a little bit harder to read when I'm reading it in reverse. But to identify the right people and to empower them to make sure that they have the tools that they need, the information that they need, the skills that they need to be successful. Another piece we're going to talk about is, should I delegate it or should I keep it? That one I actually just mentioned before, but it's worth repeating, right? Not everything should be delegated, but some things should be and must be. And we have to ask ourselves, what are those? And get to work to delegate so that leaders could be doing the right work, the work that they're being paid to do, the work that they absolutely need to be doing, the things they're uniquely qualified to do, and to take things off their plate so that they can have a life as well, which they're entitled to, for sure. Okay, the next one is planning. So how do I plan the process? How do I ensure that it succeeds? So it's everything about what kind of work needs to be delegated, finding the right person, setting some timelines and some expectations and some deliverables. All of those happen in advance. And when we think about not only identifying the right person and then empowering them, then we have a chance to succeed. The next one is to delegate but not to punt. Understanding that delegation is not just about giving off work to somebody else, but rather it's empowering them and giving them opportunity to shine. And we'll have to be able to make the distinction, because many leaders are concerned, if I delegate, it's just going to look like I'm being lazy and I'm not doing the work that I need to be doing. So how do you figure that out? How do you communicate that? How do you feel good about yourself and the decisions that you're making so that you don't feel like you're just being a lazy leader, you're being a strategic and well-positioned leader for success? Another piece we're going to talk about relates to oversight. Oversight means, how do I ensure that things continue to move in the right direction? We mentioned monitoring before. It's the same kind of idea. It's how will I check in and how often, and what kind of feedback will I provide, and what kind of guidance do I offer. All of those things are important because you can't just delegate and walk away, even if the person is highly skilled, which is not often the case, but even if it is, they still need oversight to make sure that things are happening in the right way. Another one, monitor. So I mentioned that before. And monitor is to stay on top of it, to make sure that things are happening in the right way and provide the necessary feedback so that things do finish on time and finish under budget and finish successfully. Another piece we're going to talk about is when to pull back. And that unfortunately has to happen from time to time as well. No matter how well you've planned and gotten the right person in there and done all the pieces necessary to help them be successful, sometimes it just doesn't work out. And part of what we need to be doing is to determine when to let them keep going and when it's necessary for us to pull back and reclaim the project, either do it ourselves or find someone else to do it. So this is a powerful masterclass. It's not just going to be me talking. It's going to be us engaging. It's going to be 5 sessions where we are going to come together and we are going to really unpack all of this and come to some meaningful outcomes with exercises, with PDFs, with tools that you're going to receive that I'm going to provide, and it's going to allow you to really think about processes, think about opportunities for delegation, and move those processes forward. So I was a little bit presumptuous before in sticking this one up, but the question I have for you is, what is the value for such a thing? If I could empower you and create a framework where you are getting more done and the right work done, and you are delegating other work to others and empowering them and giving them opportunity to shine, and you're clearing your plate, and you are reducing stress and engaging your people and getting home at a decent hour, what is the value of that to you? And I would suggest it's actually quite significant. Some people might say to you, all right, we talked about the 5 sessions, so I'm going to put that to the side over here. A little bit out of order, I apologize. All right, so would you say it's $1,000? Would $1,000 be too much to pay for those outcomes that I described? Some people say $1,000 is nothing, right? It's probably worth much more. $2,000, right? Is that the number that you were thinking as far as the value here is concerned? Some people would say, what do you mean $2,000? I'd pay $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to clear my plate, to get home at a decent hour every day for the rest of my life, that I'm going to have a normal life for years. The value is, you can't even measure it. At the same time, I want to make sure that everybody does not hesitate even for a moment for joining us or in joining us just because of the money. And so I'm making this special pricing offer to you that you're never going to see again. And I'm only offering it because I want this to absolutely hit a home run from day one. I want to fill this masterclass and I want your participation. And so I'm offering this masterclass for the low price of $497. And that is before the discount code that many of you have received for being kind enough to complete my Delegate to Accelerate survey. So it's a very approachable price, I hope. It's certainly something that I think is going to be well in line, much better actually, in terms of, the value that I'm going to be offering. And I would very much encourage you to get in because it's a limited time offer, and in a week from now it will disappear. So please get in and get in quickly. Make sure that you lock in your place, and on top of it, the first 10 people who register will also get a copy of Becoming the New Boss, the New Leader's Guide for Sustained Success, which is my leadership book in which I talk about delegation and so much more. So as a way by which to register, please, I couldn't fit it in in the easier way where you could see it still. impactfulcoaching.com. So it's impactfulcoaching, all one word, .com/delegation-masterclass. Again, impactfulcoaching.com/delegation-masterclass. Go there today. Go there now. Register. Be part of something special. I certainly encourage you to be with us because it's going to be massive, awesome, fantastic, whatever superlative you wish to use. I really hope you do join because we want to delegate, delegate, delegate so that we can be successful every day in leadership and in life. Thanks for joining me. Register today. Link in the comments below. Join the conversation. Let's make this happen.